Well, hello, my friends. This is Bonnie's Fluid Creations. I'm Bonnie. Welcome to my channel. I apologize first off because I have to walk around my table to pause, start, stop, pause, because this goofy remote's not working lately. I don't know what it is. I have a new iPhone, so maybe that's something to do with it, and that's what I'm taping on. I am not good at this taping, uploading, editing situation, so just bear with me. I'm new at this. So anyway, what I'm going to attempt today is a dustpan pour. Yeah. I kind of got some inspiration. Sarah Mack, I purchased one of her paintings in her auction in November, and I just love it. I have it hanging in my home. And I finally yesterday, I found the creation video for it. So I'm extremely happy about that. So I saw how she did it. And I've seen other dustpan pours, but I thought, I am so happy to actually see the creation video for the painting that's hanging in my room by Sarah Mack. Yay. Anyway, so I'm going to attempt a dustpan pour. Not the same colors, of course. I can't not recreate something that she's done. She's just an amazing artist. So anyway, what I'm using is I got a dollar store dustpan. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I've seen different dustpans being used. This is not a little one, you know, the kind that come with a little brush. This did come with a brush, but not one of those little ones. Although this is a smaller one. I'm going to be pouring on a 14 by 18, just a regular Artist Loft standard stapled back canvas, of which I always put my push pins in and tape the back. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flood the canvas, and I'm going to be using a Paynes gray as my base. This Paynes gray is actually a combination of Lukas Paynes gray and SoHo Urban Artist. I've mixed the two. They both have good Paynes gray. I like them. And I have some white, titanium white. I think this is Liquitex, I think, titanium white, with a little dollop of Decor satin enamel in it. I got to check my consistencies on these before I pour. And then for my colors, I have, and all these colors are mixed 2-to-1 Floetrol paint. I have a Amsterdam Prussian blue I'll be using. I have this is, I think, a Deco Art. I think it's called, let me see this, Regal Red. It's more towards a copper color. It's really pretty. So we're using this metallic. And I'm going to use another metallic, only this one is Artist Loft. I'm really hoping these all work together pretty well. This is Artist Loft, and this is a metallic cobalt blue. Yeah, I should know that by heart. I use it a lot. Metallic cobalt blue. And again, like I said, I've got to check the consistencies, make sure this is okay, because I'm so used to doing cloud pearl pours where the paint is pretty thin. And I think with this technique, it's got to be a bit thicker, I think. So we'll see. So we've got those colors along with a gold that I'll be using. And now this gold, it seems thinner than the other paints. So I don't know. But it's a mixture of paints. I was going to use Deco Art's 24 karat gold. But this actually has a touch of that in it. But it also has, what the heck does that have in it? It's a combination of, oh, this is not it. It's a combination of golds. It's a combination of Blick, iridescent antique gold, Lukas gold bronze, and of course a Deco Art 24 karat. It's from me just mixing all these colors together as I was trying to clear out all my colors that I've had from over the past 6 months or so. So we're going to see how that works. I am not sure how this is all going to go together. My first dustpan pour, and you guys are with me to see it. So let's see. Grab yourself a beverage and let's do this. Be right back. Okay, we are back. I have my base paint layered down. The Paynes Gray, mix Paynes Gray. And I have just layered my cup with the paints. Got that ready to go. And what I'm going to do, take the dustpan and I'm going to put some white down first. This white thing seems a little thick. I'm really thinking a tiny bit of water in here would probably be a good thing. If I can stretch over and get some. Just mix up a little water in there. We want to make sure that the dustpan paint is fluid enough so it'll roll off the dustpan. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour some paint into the dustpan. Because I want to make sure this will flow off. Now what I'm going to do then is inside this, I'm going to do my ring pour. Okay. Let's see how this will work. Here we go. Paint seems a little thick, but I am not familiar really a lot with ring pours, so. Okay. Now for the fun part. Let's start this little thing. Here goes nothing. And I have some paint left in the dustpan. Let's give this a little torch. I think I kind of went off this side a little wonky. I'm going to leave some negative space here. I want some negative space down here. I'm not fond of this white down here. I got some white up there too though, so. Let me see this. Paynes gray looks a bit of a different color there. My puppy is trying to get in the door. Edges are kind of strange, but you know, I'm not going to complain about too much here because this is my first dustpan pour, and you'll learn as you go. Now I'm seeing some cells popping up through here that I really didn't anticipate, but there is that bit of satin enamel in this paint, in the white paint. The colors are kind of blending a bit too much for me. Not sure what the reason is for that, but look at this line of cells. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to give this a torch again. Pop some of these bubbles, because I just mixed most of this paint just now. But, okay, so this is a first for me. And I'm not sure what our end result's going to look like. But we shall see. We're going to let this rest for just a bit. And see what we come up with. At this point, I'm not disliking it, but I don't know why this Paynes gray looks a little different than the rest, but I'm not sure. Okay, so I like what I'm seeing in the, I'll have to show you what I'm seeing here in the dustpan, as long as it doesn't drip off into my painting. I'm getting some cells and pretty colors in there. All right, so we need to let this sit just a little bit. See what happens. I think it's kind of cool. Not really happy with those white areas. I don't know how to go about not getting those, other than putting a different color down in the dustpan first. And I don't know. I need to watch a few more of these videos. I've only watched a couple of these dustpan pour videos. But we'll see what we get. Okay, be back. All right, so here is my first attempt at a dustpan pour. Not a dustpan pour. I'm going to say that for my first attempt, I'm not going to complain about this. I do need, sorry about the glare of my studio lights. This is more than likely how it will hang. Again, I'm sorry about those studio lights. I think it'll hang this way. And I'll bring it down a little bit for a more close-up. The colors are very muted. A little more muted than I thought they would be. I took care of some of the white over here that I didn't like. I don't know how to get rid of this white up here. I don't know how to do that. I don't even know if there is a way to do it. But look at some of those cells coming out. Most of it is really cool, the cells, except for this part right here. I don't like that little worm of cells through here, right there. And I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about. These right here. I still got my gloves on. So this little worm of cells, caterpillar worth of cells. And again, like I mentioned, the colors seem pretty muted to me. I wish they were a bit brighter. I think I do like the Paynes gray on that as the base. I think that turned out very well with the color choices. I think what I'll do is I'll turn off the studio lights and see if we can go through this with just the flash on. Okay, so here we are with just the flash on. See if we can get some true colors on this now. So you can see the pearl, the metallic coming through, the shimmer. That's really cool. I like that. And you can make out the colors a little bit better with this. Up here again, those, like I said, those colors seem a bit muted, but we do have quite a bit of shimmer in it. Let's go over. There's that little worm of cells I'm not fond of right there. Loving the shimmer. And that little pool of white that I'm very disappointed in. And it's what came off the dustpan first, before it all went over the edge. So there it is, and we will come back to it once it's dry. Looking to see, are these little white, what is, okay, I'm going to pop some, those might be more bubbles. I don't know what that is on top. I'm guessing you can see what I'm talking about there, those little dots coming through my Paynes gray. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Maybe it's dust. Good Lord, I hope not. My studio is downstairs in the lower level garage. We have a garage here on our lower level. It's a one-car garage, and I've taken over half of it. So, all right, there it is. We will come back to this once it is dry and take a look. Okay, so here is the finished result. I will come down and get a close-up. It is dry. I do have some variations in either the color or it's from when I poured that base coat up through there. I don't know why I did that, but once it's resined, that'll be fine. You won't be able to see that too much. Hopefully not at all. So here's what we have. We have some shimmer to it because I used several metallics. We've got some pearls, cells, whatever you want to call those. They're cells. And there's that little caterpillar snake line that I didn't like. And, you know, it's not that bad now that it's dry. It is a little weird looking, but, you know, as mentioned, this is my first dustpan pour. So I'm certainly not going to complain. There are areas I wish I'd have fiddled with or whatever, including smoothing out some of this through here. Kind of, you know, just making it more fluid, you might say. This I don't like at all. So I've kind of watched a few more videos to see how not to achieve that. We'll see. We also had a few more caterpillar snake-like areas that got some cells through there. It's all good. It's all good. So this is my first dustpan pour, and that is the angle I think at what it should be hung, this direction. So, okay. Well, thank you for watching, and I'm going to attempt a smaller version tonight with a smaller canvas. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll tune in again. Take care.